Facebook. So let's get right to it. First of all, we're going to be publishing a game night event that's going to be recurring, as well as a watch party that's going to be recurring. So I've just finished the design for the game night event, and I guess just to make it a little bit easier and more flexible, we've just put multiple games here, so we can just reuse this image a lot without having to do too many graphics. But I did it in Canva. It's a great program. I recommend it highly. You can swap images in, write text and everything. It works out pretty good, but I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to just delete that. And let's take a look. So this is our meetup calendar. We're going to publish this event for every Friday. And actually, I need to delete this one here so that it won't overlap. And the best way to do it is usually to just find a previous event and copy it. You can create an event right here from scratch, but I highly recommend you copy an existing event. So going back a month to January, we've got already a game night event right here, which I've also opened up right here. So we're just going to copy this one as our base. All I have to do is click copy. And we're going to call it, let's see, games in Spanglish. And shoot, I don't have my emoji generator, so let's just go to Emojipedia. And let's do dice. Maybe other games could be good. Can't type. Video game, yeah, that's good. Joystick's good. That should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that in, copy this in, and I'll copy this in. All right. I think I actually like the joystick better, so I'm gonna do it like this. All right, and then we're gonna set it for Fridays at 7 p.m. I will say an hour and a half. I'm gonna swap out the image to the new one that I have, Spanglish Games. Zoom out, I'm just using my mouse wheel to zoom out and get it to there. Now, by the way, I mean, there is a specific dimensions to this, so if you do use Canva to create an image, I recommend you figure out what these dimensions are, and I've already created that template to be the exact specifications. Now, we already have a glitch here. This is something that happens sometimes, for me at least. It will glitch sometimes. In this case, if I press publish, I'm pretty sure it's just going to show this image. So I will publish it, and I'm just going to edit it and then edit the image again. If I try to do it again, it's just going to be the same issue. So I have some other templates here. I've played around with a couple of different ones. Let's go ahead and grab, I think I like this one better. So in this one I have location and it's kind of simple, but here it's nice and delineated everything we need to do. Now it's kind of important. I'll tell you what's kind of important. You can write whatever you want in your event description, but there's some things that I really recommend that you share. Number one, remind people that headphones and video are required. Headphones is good because it helps eliminate background noise, and the video is important so that it's not an anonymous event and people actually can feel engaged. Another really important thing is just mentioning like time, like they should be on time, you know, otherwise you might have people show up late and it could be disruptive. Some of these other ones are not as important, but this one kind of explains, you know, it's nice to have, you know, some multiple devices for it. I guess I'll just use, I think I like this one is pretty good. I'll use this one this time. And let's go like that. Okay. And copy it in here, right here. Okay. And then I'm going to say, I'll just do a new one. I'm going to put it above the location. I'm going to say games in Spanglish. Let's see here. And I'm going to just go uppercase for that. Okay. And then we'll say every we love playing online board games and simple video games while practicing English and Spanish together. Join us for this. Every game night is different, but some of the most popular games we play tend to be, we could say, this is Alt 7 to make that little dot. We'll say Among Us, Ultimate Werewolf, Tabletopia, and Jackbox Party. I can add Fishbowl. Fishbowl, categories. And there's one other one we play a lot, which is Codenames. Okay. All right. That should be good. Okay. Then I'm going to translate this. Now, I speak Spanish fluently, but just to go a lot faster, I'm going to translate it to start. I'm going to get rid of this, actually. And then we can say juegos in Spanglish. Ok, nos encanta jugar juegos de mesa en línea y videojuegos sencillos mientras practicamos inglés y español juntos. La noche de juegos es diferente, pero algunos de los juegos más populares que jugamos tienen a ser Among Us. Well, I should probably just copy this. However, in Spanish, categories is called basta. All right, that should be good. All right, we're pretty much good here, I'd say. So then the location, I have a new link for Discord. I'll use that here. This is kind of like just making sure that people don't, like we're posting in two places so they don't mess that up. I'm going to be the host. Actually, Amanda is usually going to be the host. Mandy, there we go. I'm going to remove myself actually. And then we'll repeat this every week, Fridays. Ask members a question. This is a nice way to kind of like get some information from people sometimes. So what is your favorite game to play online? And I should keep the translator open. Oh, here it is. And then we'll just do that. Okay, that's good. This is okay. For online events, I don't recommend having guests. We don't need anything else. Okay, this should be good. But since, so I'm going to publish it not just this is the Mexico City group. We have two primary meetup groups, Mexico City, and we have Houston. We also have a group in Chicago, but it's very inactive, so I'm not going to make it a huge priority right now. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just create an event from scratch so you can see how it works. And I'll pop this one out. And then basically, I'm just going to copy everything over. It's just a nice, quick, and easy way to get it done. So let's go with Friday, 7 p.m., an hour and a half. See if it works on this one. Usually you want to wait for it to go. It didn't. That's weird that it glitched twice. But what are you gonna do? Okay. And you can have multiple organizers as well. Every week Friday, ask members a question. By the way, with the attendee limit, I mean, I really don't have limits for most of my events, technically speaking, but it is usually good to put a limit here because it makes the event more attractive. Actually, Meetup recommends that you have a low attendee limit, and then once you get close to that limit, then increase it. Maybe that's a lot of work though, so I'm just going to keep it at 40 for a compromise, and then we can publish. Okay, so we published it, but there's no image, so now let's just go back and edit it again, and edit all of them. That's a nice thing too, you can edit one event, or you can edit all of them in the series. Should hopefully work this time. You don't, I mean, if your computer's not super fast, I recommend not like going to other tabs and stuff while you're waiting for it to load. Okay, good, that looks beautiful. All right. You know what, I wonder if we should like mention Discord in the title. Games in Spanglish in Discord, or games in Spanglish and then say just Discord here. I think this is fine. We'll just leave it for now. Can always change it. Okay. Now, while that's going, publish this one. Also, generally, while I recommend not navigating to other pages. Oh, this is we're gonna have problems here, I think. So this is another glitch that you'll see. I don't know if it happens for everybody, but it happens for me. Oh, it actually is finishing. But sometimes it just simply won't load and won't publish. And if that's the case, that's one of the other advantages of like posting to two groups at the same time, because then you can like, if one fails, you can copy the info from the other. But we need to fix the image. And usually if it glitches once, then when you do it a second time, it will work almost every time perfectly and quickly. So I don't know why. There we go. Nice. Okay. So now, by the way, you'll notice there's an announce link here. I'm going to take a look at the calendar so you can see. We have, here's the event, and also I forgot to cancel this one for, at least for Mexico City. So I would say, I mean, I could announce it now, but I'm gonna just check with Mandy first. But what the announcing does is, if there's 2,000 members in this community, they would all get an email if they have the settings enabled, and they'll also get a notification on their phone through the smartphone app if they have that downloaded. So that's what Announce does. So Announce is very useful. It's a nice tool to have as well, because you can, so I'm going to cancel and delete all of them in this series. It's a nice tool to have because you can, you know, if we announce in the community, like on WhatsApp and Discord, we can potentially do them at different times so that there's multiple moments in the week that the people are receiving the notification about the event. Okay, so this is, again, that's Mexico City. This is Houston. I don't think I really need, let's see here. We don't need this one anymore. This is the one that is the one we need to cancel, which I think we already canceled. And so let's just reload this calendar here. I think the Houston one needs to be canceled there. Okay, and then this, well, we already have this calendar open. We don't need this one. So this is the other one I'm going to copy. So we're going to make the watch party one. Yeah, we need to delete this watch party though, because we're not going to do the watch parties on Fridays anymore, only on Saturdays rather. See, now this might have even glitched to cancel. It doesn't want to cancel. Okay, there we go. All right. So now let's just go ahead and copy this one. This one is in Mexico City. Yeah, this is the Mexico City one, so we don't need that anymore. And I'm gonna make it a little bit simpler. I mean, I wanted to ideally put like the episode and season number here, but just for the sake of recurring the event, making it a little bit easier to recur, we're gonna do it like this instead. And then you can always go back and edit the individual event with the name, with the unique aspects that need to be put in there. Well, the show is an hour long, and the discussion is going to be probably half an hour at least, but 2 hours in this case is probably about as good as it's going to get. So I want to actually use this one as my new template for some of the stuff I want to add in here. I want to put this at the top. I think the location is maybe better beneath that. I think this is all pretty good. Yeah, I mentioned headphones. The video actually you don't want to have on necessarily, and it's important to be on time. So actually I don't really think there's any information I'm missing here. Okay. All right, but I do want to add this here. Okay. The movie will be live streamed via the Spanglish voice video channel of our Discord community. In our Discord community. There we go. And we'll grab this. We have to get rid of that as well. Okay, I'm going to use the new link here as well. Okay, and we're going to put this above again. Okay, so let's just double check this. Okay. It's pretty good. Seems to be pretty good to me. It's going to be Saturdays at 6 p.m. We got the new link there. Jeremy's the organizer. Repeat the event weekly on Saturdays. That should be good. I don't think we're really missing anything except for this right here, which we're doing it in a different channel now. We're going to do it in the Watch Party channel. So it'll be live streamed in the Watch Parties channel. There we go. Yeah, we don't need that part either. Okay, great. This one's good to go. So this is the Mexico City one. This is the Houston one. I don't think I need this anymore. And so for Houston, we're gonna just, again, create a new event and pop this one out. I just find that easier. Saturdays, 6 p.m., 2 hours. It is. Jeremy. By the way, when you just click it, it shows all the event organizers, so you don't have to actually search for them if they're already an organizer. Every week, no question, the limit, we'll put there. Yeah, you don't have to have the limit if you don't want. That's optional, but like I said, it's kind of recommended to help make create a little bit of scarcity to make people a little more attracted to it. All right, so that's good. And then this one. Okay, so then let's just double check the calendars again. We have, look at that, beautiful. Game nights every Friday, watch parties every Saturday. That looks beautiful. And over here, we got the same thing going. Awesome. Okay, so that's how you do it on Meetup. That was maybe more complicated than it needed to be. I I didn't have all the descriptions ready, so we had to write them all in a little bit. But close that. So now let's take a look at Duolingo. Well, first of all, in order to even publish events on Duolingo, you have to go to events.duolingo.com/hosting and you have to apply. Once you have that, then you're going to have a dashboard like this. Mine is events.duolingo.com/host/my username, my Duolingo username. And we do not have these events published, so let's go ahead and publish a new one. And this is going to be at least a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to grab each of those events. And we're going to go with okay. And it's going to be 7 p.m. on Fridays. Start with this one. The frequency is going to be weekly. And then this little slider is really annoying because you have to like find the exact time. Okay, and then I got to do this, and we're going to go 8:30. That could be better. Then for languages, you need to do select all the languages that you're going to be practicing with. In this case, we'll do that. I recommend doing at least 50 minimum attendees. And then for this, we're going to probably want to do it for intermediate, honestly. For a game night, it's a lot easier if people are intermediate level. I mean, they can honestly be like A2 level, but we'll do intermediate this time. Here's the description. And then I always, for the instructions, I always just include the location instructions again. I don't really know what people see or how they see it, but it seems like even though I've shared the Discord link 3 times in this one event, people don't always get it anyway. So there we go, that one's good to go. And we can do another one for this one. Saturdays, weekly, 6 to 8 p.m. Again, we're going to go with English and Spanish in this case. And then we're going to go with the description. Same deal. All right. What am I missing? It won't let me publish. The proficiency for this actually can be beginner. For a watch party, it's nice because you can, whether you're listening to the movie in your native language or reading it in subtitles, we always do, so that you can do both. Uh-oh. I've never had a glitch before with that. Okay. Hopefully it didn't publish twice. Let's see. It did. Oh no. It published twice because I clicked it twice. Let's see what happens if I reload. Yep, it's still there. So let's go ahead and just delete this one, and we're going to delete the whole series. Confirm. Now we're still there. Yep, it's good. 5 and 6. Great. Okay, that was Duolingo. Duolingo is a bit easier when you think about it. Now look at this one. We have an event starting tonight. It's already got 34 attendees. If it's starting to get close to 50, you might want to go back in and raise the number of attendees that can be allowed. that's another thing. Maybe I'm doing that wrong. Maybe you should just keep it like at 100 and just keep it high and let it be whatever. So now let's go to events on Facebook. So with Facebook, you have to be allowed to be an admin of the page. So I'll send you the link. Well, I'll invite you if you're going to be an organizer who we allow to do this. But you just go to facebook.com/ the name of our page, our school page actually, and then events, or under more, you can click events, create a new event. And in this case, we'll do online. We're going to make it free, at least this time. And same thing, really. Oh, now I got to open that up again. So games in Spanglish. We're going to call it games in Spanglish. This is going to be Friday night. Just type it in 7 p.m. And the location, I don't know why it's like this, but you actually do have to put like the city name. And then for the description, do that. Category is going to be games for sure. Next, we'll do an external link. That link, of course, is going to be Discord. Doesn't want to do it. Okay. We can do a photo. The games, the games, the games. I have it on my desktop. Here it is. And there's other settings. I usually like to put the co-hosts in there. Show guest list, only admins. I don't like that setting. And I like this one. I don't know why it doesn't allow you to set defaults. But there we go. Oh, this is taking a while. And you can always boost it, but we're not going to this time. So that looks pretty good. And if we go back to, again, we can make another one. I mean, maybe at this video is going to be longer than it needs to be because I'm. Okay, you know what? Let's just show the copying version so we can duplicate the event. In this case, I'm going to do it like that, and then this way I can just grab the watch party. Okay, same one. This is going to be 6 p.m. Name is different. This is so hard to see sometimes, but there's an edit button there. And this is going to be film. Okay, so we already got the the way that I wanted it, and that's it. Okay. Sweet. So what else can I do? They used to have a way where you could have it run as a series, but it was kind of sloppy. So maybe it's good that you have to do each event individually, but that looks pretty good, I think. So, all right, well, thank you guys for watching. I think this went a little longer than it probably needed to go, but at least it's going to be thorough. And hopefully some of the questions you might have had. It's kind of nice that it glitched on some cases, so you could actually see how that works and how I usually deal with it when it does. I guess Meetup is the least reliable. That's the only one that really glitches for me. Duolingo and Facebook are pretty solid. Just a little bit more about it, I guess. I think Duolingo is a great way to get a lot of new people. That's been working well for us. A lot of my events have RCP counts approaching 100. However, you're lucky if 10% of people who RCP on Duolingo actually show up. That's kind of the way it is, especially when we do the events through Discord, because people just aren't familiar with it. They're expecting to use Zoom. Um, and that's just the way it is. Of course, if you want to organize an event through Zoom, you can do that too. You just have to pay for a pro account. Um, and Meetup has also been very, very successful for us in the past, more recently with the pandemic, and it just hasn't been as active lately. And another thing, and then Facebook as well. Oftentimes when I promote our events on Facebook and like in Facebook groups or even on Reddit, I'll post there in a bunch of subreddits. I usually just post the Meetup link, but you can post a Facebook link. I mean, it's probably going to be a little more effective if you use the Facebook event natively on Facebook, but then you're splitting up the what you might end up have happening is maybe if 20 people RSVP, maybe 10 RSVP on Meetup and 10 RSVP on Facebook, and they don't know about each other, so they don't realize that there's going to be 20 people in the event. So the event doesn't look as attractive as it should, as it really is, because generally people want to see a lot of people attend. So there's the issue of the viral effect, which is that the more attendees that you have, the more it attracts even more attendees. So you want to try to get into a situation where you have as many attendees as possible as early as possible. So, one way to do that is to just ask people, like specifically reach out to friends who you want to attend and ask them to RSVP. And yeah, sometimes I post the events in multiple locations, but I often only promote one link, whether it be the Meetup link or the Facebook link, and you can experiment with those. I never promote the Duolingo link because Duolingo does its own self-promotion, and so I always promote either the Meetup link or the Facebook link. And then now some people don't even have Facebook anymore. On occasion, I'll post both links, but I would say that if you don't have 25 attendees in one link, then you maybe don't want to post the second link. You want to just really promote that one link. And you'll sometimes get some other people to, RSVP with the other link on just they find it on their own. That's the thing about both Meetup and Facebook is that people will find the event on their own. But when you're promoting to your existing community, you usually want to use one link until you have about 25 people RSVP'd, which is pretty difficult to get 25 people on either Facebook or Meetup. And then, but if you do, then maybe you can, you know, then you can maybe try to promote the other link then as well. So that's just some more advice for you. But all right, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.